YouTube, what is going on? It is your boy Young Mustard, and I am back with another video to talk about a player that I think that we are sleeping on. Yes, we are sleeping on this guy, and as you guys know, I am talking about Ben Simmons. Now, for everyone who knows Ben Simmons, you know Ben Simmons is having a pretty good rookie year, but we are really forgetting how great Ben Simmons has been this year. We're kind of sleeping on it. Now, everybody should kind of come to this realization that I think the real reason that we're kind of sleeping on how great Ben Simmons has been this year is because we're kind of all focused on Giannis, which I don't blame you. I don't blame anybody for focusing on Giannis Antetokounmpo, but Ben Simmons has been having a hell of a rookie year this year, and it's something that I think we need to talk about, as he is putting up numbers that we have not seen a lot of rookies. Actually, you can count the amount of rookies on your fingers that have put up the numbers that Ben Simmons has put up so far in his rookie campaign. Ben Simmons has joined an elite class here, as he becomes the third player in NBA history to tally a triple-double in his first 4 career NBA games. The only other 2 players to do that were Hambone Williams in 1967, and the other person to do that is Oscar Robertson. Now, Hambone Williams became just a pedestrian NBA player, as he averaged 5.3 points, 4 assists, 3 rebounds in 7 NBA seasons, but we all know Oscar Robertson was the triple-double god, as he became the first player in NBA history to average a triple-double, and in his career, which was a Hall of Fame career, as he won a championship and was an MVP, he actually averaged 25.7 points, 7.5 rebounds, and 9.5 assists. So it's pretty obvious that Ben Simmons wants to be in that class and not freaking Hambone Williams class. But back to the topic at hand, Ben Simmons this season is putting up really phenomenal numbers for a rookie. He's averaging 16.4 points, 7.4 assists, 10 rebounds, also shooting 47% from the field, and also he's only averaging 3 turnovers in comparison to 7 assists. That's a 2.5 to 1 turnover assist ratio. I mean, that's a pretty good ratio for a rookie. Now, I understand 3 turnovers a game isn't something that's great, it's not phenomenal, but when you consider the amount of assists that he's getting as well, that it's more than twice that and then some, it kind of becomes a little bit better, because Ben Simmons, I think we're really sleeping on his potential. We look at Giannis, right, and we look at how long he is and things along that nature and what he can do for his size, but we're forgetting that Ben Simmons' physical attributes are very impressive for what he can do with those, physical attributes and that skill set. Now, we understand that his 3-point ability, is not very good, but the thing is, he doesn't really take 3-point shots. It's not that he can't make them, he doesn't attempt them, and I think that should be more confidence than his ability. Now, I'm not saying that he's going to be wetting them if he takes them, I'm just saying he doesn't take that many threes in general. But like I said, his physical attributes are just something that cannot be overlooked, as he is listed at 6'10" and 230 pounds. But the thing is, if you look at the picture of him standing next to LeBron and D Wade when they were working out, he looked like he was about 2 inches taller than LeBron James. And LeBron James is listed at 6'8", but there have been numerous players who have played with LeBron, and there have been numerous sources that state that LeBron's not 6'8", that he's about 6'10". And in the picture that, LeBron took with Ben Simmons, when him, D Wade, Ben Simmons, Richard Jefferson, when they were working out in LA, LeBron James, he was about 2 inches shorter than Ben Simmons. So I don't trust the whole reports and the whole listing that Ben Simmons is just 6'10". I think he's 7 feet tall. So when you have a guy who's 7 feet tall, can handle the ball like a point guard, screw it. He can play the point guard position, can average about 7 to 8 assists per night, grab 10 rebounds, and score about 16 to 18 points. That is somebody that, sounds like LeBron James. Let's just be honest. Let's call it what it is. That sounds like I just described LeBron James, because when you have LeBron James, what separates him from a lot of the top 5 players in NBA history, hell, top 10 players, is that when you have LeBron, you have your point guard, you have your shooting guard, your small forward, your power forward, and your center. He can play the center, play the power forward, he can get your rebounds, he can block, defend in the post and on the perimeter, so he can play the point because he's a passer, and he can score very well and very efficiently, I might add, so that, you know, basically covers your shooting guard and small forward position. And I think Ben Simmons really does resemble LeBron James in those aspects, as he can do everything for you. He can score efficiently because he is shooting 47% from the field. Also, he can pass very well and turns the ball over less than half of the amount of assists that he can get, which is really good for a rookie. It's not like he's averaging that many turnovers, 3.2 turnovers in comparison to almost 7.5 assists. He's a really good rebounder. Actually, he's a great rebounder. Let's just be real. He's averaging 10 rebounds a game. He's somebody that can be dependable in all aspects of the game except for three-point shooting, which I believe he does need to get. I mean, if you're going to be facilitating an offense in today's league, you kind of need to be able to shoot. But I liked how the Sixers have surrounded him with shooters all around. I understand Markelle Fultz is not healthy at this point in time, but when he comes back, hopefully when he comes back, I should say, he will be able to produce at a good proficient level for Ben Simmons to kick it out to when he shoots the three ball. You also have Jared Bayless, who I thought was a really solid pickup. He's been playing really good for them. You have Joel Embiid, who can also stretch the floor and shoot threes. Then you also have Robert Covington, who's one of the best 3-and-D players in today's league. And then also you have Dario Saric. You have numerous players there. And also, how can I forget JJ Redick, who's one of the best catch and shoot three-point players in the league. Let's just be real and call it what it is. So when it comes to this team, they are set up very well for Ben Simmons. He can literally just kick it out to them on the perimeter and they can splash a three at any point in time. So I think that when it comes to Ben Simmons and his weaknesses, we are not really going to see them and, you know, see them exploited until times in the playoffs maybe, or against teams like the Golden State Warriors where they need to be able to hit threes at certain times. But I do expect Ben Simmons to grow the three-point ability, because when we look at LeBron when he was a rookie, he was shooting below 30%. But now in the playoffs last year, he's shooting over 40% from three. So I expect the three-point ability to come later on in his career when he needs to do it at certain points in time. And I think that's just something that a lot of players who are facilitating offenses kind of need to grow. That's why someone like Rondo doesn't really fit in today's league. Let's just be real. The league has changed. It's become more fast-paced and become about, you know, three-point shooting. The team that led the league in three-point shooting around the time in Rondo's prime is kind of below average now in today's league, and you know, where three-point shooting has become so much prominent in today's league. So I think Ben Simmons is going to have to grow that three-point shot. And also, I would like to add this: when it comes to Giannis, I understand that he is a phenomenal player, but we cannot overlook the fact that Giannis was not always a great player. I thought that Giannis was always a, you know, really good player and his potential was kind of limitless. But let's not act like Ben Simmons, I mean, he's been great from the get-go. He was great in college, and now right now it looks like he's on the path to being great. Let's not overlook Ben Simmons. He has all the physical characteristics that can, you know, put him in that unicorn class among with players like Giannis and, you know, Kristaps Porzingis, the unicorns of today's league that can do things that you don't expect people of their size to be able to do. So I just don't want us to sleep on Ben Simmons. I think he's a really solid to great player right now at this point in his career. And if he makes the All-Star game this year, which is a possibility now with Gordon Hayward being out, I mean, that's going to be pretty big for him to be one of the very few rookies to make the All-Star game. Now, I understand the East is weak, but whatever. Ben Simmons is still balling out today. I mean, we got to realize that Ben Simmons is one of the better young players in today's league. If you're going to name the top 10 young players in today's league after this season, if Ben Simmons keeps playing the way he's playing, you got to put him on that list because his potential is through the roof at this point. I don't care what anybody says. Right now, I am feeling so confident in that Rookie of the Year video that I did. If you have not seen that video, make sure y'all go check it out because I'm feeling hella confident now because I did pick Ben Simmons to win the Rookie of the Year. So you guys go check that out. But don't sleep on Ben Simmons. Giannis isn't the only one out there that's having a great, campaign out there for his, MVP case. Ben Simmons is also having a great campaign out there. He's not an MVP candidate, but he is a Rookie of the Year candidate, and he basically is running away with the award. I know Lonzo Ball is having, great games here and there, but let's be honest, Ben Simmons, he's basically running away with this Rookie of the Year award so far in, this NBA season right now. Don't get me wrong, things can change. Dennis Smith Jr. is looking really, really solid. Lonzo Ball's balling, no pun intended. De'Aaron Fox is actually looking pretty good. I was kind of wrong in saying he looks like he may be a bust, even though that chance could happen. It's only been about 4 to 5 games, but at the end of the day, it comes down to this. Don't overlook Ben Simmons when you're talking about today's great young players. And I understand we're not overlooking him, but I think that we're kind of forgetting that when it comes to Giannis, there's somebody else out there that can kind of do what he does, not as great as him, but I think the time will come. Ben Simmons is playing great. Giannis was not this great in his rookie year. Now, to be fair, Giannis was younger, but at the end of the day, rookie years are rookie years, and I think Ben Simmons, he's going to go on to have one of the greatest rookie years in NBA history, and we kind of need to realize that, and I think we're kind of sleeping on it because Giannis is playing phenomenal and averaging over 30 points and, averaging about 10 to 11 rebounds and 5 to 6 assists, which is phenomenal. Don't get me wrong, but let's not overlook the greatness that we're seeing as well from Ben Simmons. So this is your boy Young Mustard signing out. Make sure y'all follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Instagram and add me on Snapchat. The links will be down below in the description box. So without further ado, I'm out. Peace.
Okay, you popped up on me by surprise. See, I never took you for the popping type. Damn, it's 4 AM, so please believe the hype. Hit the lights, I'm way over top. Pop it, flick it. Drop a pin, send a location. I'ma pull up in that bullet coupe.